What's up, guys? Jay Thornton 64, and this is a video response to RockaRuger91, the world of addiction and how does it affect you or friends around you. Ruger, if you didn't know, if you've gone through some of my videos, I had an alcohol problem back in my younger days. January 19th was 9 years without drinking. But when I was a young Zilla, if you will, I was just a trash can for whatever was around. If it was speed or pills or just whatever you had, I was good for it, you know. And as I got older, I overcame all that. But it wasn't until I was like 31 when some things happened in my life. I realized I had a drinking problem. 3 DWIs later, the passing of my father, the passing of my mother, that there is a more powerful being than myself that can get me through this. And you said it right. Willpower. Now, a lot of people don't have willpower, or they do today, but they don't tomorrow. Or they go back to that old loop of friends they used to hang out with, and you know, a week later, oh, I can go hang out with little Tommy, you know, today. He's cool. He won't put it in my face, and you know, a week later, you're right back to where you was. So all that time you spent at rehab was wasted, and all the tears and the beers, if you will, were wasted. So I applaud you for overcoming benzos, because that's a tough one to kick. The harsh realities of overcoming Xanax and pain pills and drinking and you know, speed and everything. The come clean period, or my mind drawing a blank. Which one's worse? I think you had the worst one, brother. Drinking was pretty bad, but the pills are pretty bad. They're, I would say, the worst. Now, I don't have nothing wrong with marijuana. I think it ought to be legal everywhere. I don't have nothing against it. But it takes a lot to step out on a limb like you did today and admit a fault. That's hard for any man to do. But when you're comfortable with it, you can come back to share your experience with somebody to help somebody else. And I think that's beautiful, always beautiful. So anytime that a friend has a drinking problem or a pill problem or whatever kind of problems they're having in their life, it's always just good humanity to be a friend to them. And for someone like you and I to have lived that experience, it's that much, I get that much more pleasure out of sharing my experience with somebody else. Because you just can't put into words the pain you go through to get to that point, and the wasted money and the coulda, woulda, shouldas. So I do applaud you for overcoming that. And it's tough. I haven't been in a while, but I used to go to AA meetings and NA meetings and just kind of talk with the younger people, you know. And the world's a different place. At 40, the world's a different place than it was back when I was in my 20s. It just is. But the prescription world, with doctors whipping a pencil, it's really, I think prescription medication is probably the worst one out on the market, considering the pharmaceutical companies are putting whatever they want into this stuff, and we're standing in line to get it and want it and obsess over it. And there's a huge difference between a physical and a mental addiction. A mental addiction in my opinion, would be like smoking marijuana or smoking cigarettes or chewing tobacco. I stopped cold turkey January 19th of 06. I stopped cold turkey cigarettes, drugs, and drinking. And it wasn't until like 6 years later I smoked one. It was actually on a vacation, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm not even going to be mad about it. Anyway, congratulations. Thanks for sharing, and I will be sure to share your video. J Thornton 64, I'm out.